Welcome to stream. How is everyone? This could be the last Disco Elysium stream. And that actually makes me kind of sad. Like, just a little. I'm excited to finish the game, but it's also so bittersweet because I love this game so much, and it's been so fun to immerse myself in the world of Revachol, and I've been playing this game on stream for a couple of months now. So it's kind of weird to be nearing the end. I'm not sure if this is the very last stream. I'm not sure exactly how much I have left, but it feels like we're nearing the end anyway. But I won't put it off. I am brave. I can do this. I think I've already been through a lot of the hard stuff, honestly. I think now it's just a bunch of wrapping things up, and I genuinely have no idea how much I have left. Which is fun! Could be like 2 hours or 5 hours, I don't know. Or it could be like 20 hours, I don't know. You'll miss Kim, you'll miss Kuno. I'll miss everybody. Everyone in this game, they felt so real. They felt like real people. At least for me, I'll get to play it again in the future, though. I'll probably never do a 20-hour stream, or at least not anytime soon. 20-hour streams are very taxing. But yeah, welcome in, everyone. Hi, Linkster. Hi, Titus. Hi, Barbecue. I hope you're all well. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to put it off. So, I think it's kind of imperative that when I head off the island... Oh, stop running, please. I immediately forgot that my detective has been shot. For me, it's been like Yes, it's been like 2 weeks since the tribunal. It's been 2 weeks since he's been shot. For him, it's been like a day. 2 days. I don't know, something like that. For me, it's been a while. For me, it's like, I kind of forgot. For him, it's like, how could I forget, you know? I'm so gonna miss this game. I'm gonna miss all the silly moments. Did someone say taxes? No. No one said taxes. You're safe here. This is a safe space. There is no such thing. Taxes aren't real. They can't hurt you. Hey, Apple, come in. But I was trying to think of all the silly things I've done.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Does it? Kim, what is the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army, the black and white army of the revolution.
Right, that's what our murderer was part of once upon a time.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM. It sounds like RCM, Revachol Citizens Militia. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I noticed this. I didn't think it was important because I was like, that just seems intentional. That just seems like the thing that it would be. It just seems like these two things would be similar, of course. But now that Encyclopedia is pointing it out, I'm like, is this important? It sounds like RCM.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Okay. I don't know why this is so bizarre for me. For this to be the conversation that we're having. Because that was like the assumption I made. And I just thought that was the assumption that you were supposed to make. And now it's being validated. Hey, Meta Knight, welcome in, by the way. I hope you're well. You'll be back in a bit, you're out and you don't want to text and drive. I respect that so much. Please do not text and drive. Please do not drive distractedly. Wear a seatbelt, be safe. Stop at yellow lights if possible, be responsible. That's very respectable. So, a white star, point to the star on the label, that's our logo?
No.
Oh.
An upside down star.
Oh.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those specks stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter.
When he calls me Lieutenant Gefreiter, I don't know. I feel some type of way. You can be respectable when needed, no sunscreen though. The weather's cooling down, and the sun won't be out so much. But still, sunscreen is a very good idea. It's a good idea to protect yourself from UV rays. I'm just handing out all the good advice today. I typically don't turn my streams into like an after-school special, but like this is good, important advice. You're welcome, team.
One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Interesting. Kim is so smart. Kim is so smart. Kim must have higher intellect than me, which is just a given. Honestly, I think my intellect as a whole is at 1, so it's not hard to have higher intellect than me. Like, I have an encyclopedia guy in my head. Kim just knows things. Incredible. Well, thank you. I adore you, Kim. And I'm so gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you the most. I think about Kim a lot, honestly. Like, in between streams, I'm like, man, Kim is so interesting. I don't know. Okay, so it's very imperative once I do this, I think that I handle the detective work ASAP. No dilly-dallying, just go do the thing.
The
That's what
skiff
Kim
is
said.
sailing on the waves by the dock.
And I respect Kim, and I do as he says. Because yeah, Kim is special, I agree. Let's return to the mainland,
Let's. We are done here.
he says, adjusting his glasses as he looks out over the water.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet,
We've been through a lot.
but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
Okay, I'm so excited for this. I think I'm going to get to interact with the other people from my station. Genuinely for the first time. And they might not be mean to me. I don't know. They might have a sliver of kindness to offer me. And I think that's exciting.
2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm.
This time I don't have my boombox on my shoulder just blaring tunes so you can hear me 40 miles away. I can't believe this game let me do that. Just pull out my boombox, blare my tunes, blare Sad FM. And the whole time I'm heading directly towards a sniper, unprotected. Like, I cannot believe this.
You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
We're here! Kim, we're here! Kim, we're doing it! Kim! Why is it so dark, Kim? It is so dark. Hey, team, I solved a murder!
What the tide brought in.
Well, the fact that someone's saying, Harry, we're here because we're worried, doesn't make me think they're going to be kind to me. It kind of makes me think that this may be an intervention. And they definitely saw my crashed rental car. So, you know, I might still be getting fired, honestly, but can we at least appreciate my hard work first? That's all I ask. Come on. He's not wearing sunglasses. His expression changes and he tilts his head. Oh, how cute. I love when he does that. Just little things my other partner used to do. Oh, still does, but not because he's my partner anymore. Anyway, what do you have to say?
You look like a fucking clown, Harry. Not like a funny police officer, but like a real life, full-time, in the face,
Right.
unicycle riding circus employee.
Right. This guy. No one else seems to be bothered by my style. My hobo-core aesthetic, if you will. It even has a name! People can aspire to it now that it has a name.
Bothered by it? Harry, you're a goddamn cop. They're afraid of you.
Well, yes, I am a cop.
Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? There's so much disco going on, it's hard to tell.
What is this? I've solved a murder.
Vic, calm down.
Exactly. Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh! Oh! Really? This is the father by the building who was, like, admiring the architecture with his small child. Wow, I did not suspect anything of this guy. He's part of the Force? Oh, so, when I went to talk to him and get a little reality lowdown a la what Joyce gave me, that maybe didn't look the best. And I just thought you were just some guy.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Quemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Mine? Also, Kim's my partner. You're my used-to-be partner. Let's clarify that real quick. Just so you know, I dropped you, you didn't drop me. I'm leaving you before you get the chance to leave me, okay? You gotta leave before you get left. I'm not doing this. Hey, Beholder, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for being here. Yeah, to be fair, I think I look good. I have my amphibian hat. I have my mesh top on underneath my, what is this called? Like this koi vest thing that I stole from a very eccentric, very handsome gay man who knows style. Believe me, he looked so good and well dressed, so I wanted to be like him. I got my track pants on. I got, like, armor on my hands so I can punch really good. I think this is really good. I think I look great, actually. I think this is cohesive.
Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Okay. Do I like you people? I can't tell.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, she's so sweet. She's so polite. Okay, I like you.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
You don't have to. I already did that. I already fixed him, okay? Work in progress, but still.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't about me. This is about the guy on the island who's kind of lost it. And I solved a murder. Can we focus on that?
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Oh, he's not in trouble with me or anything. But it is difficult witnessing a scolding.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Okay, Kim, I don't want you to go. Can't you just, like, linger? I mean... Way to feed me to the wolves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Lieutenant? I love that. Lieutenant Kitsuragi. She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles. See, that's the respect I want to see towards Kim. He doesn't deserve to be looked down upon. He's great. You know what? Forget about all this. There's a giant...
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
He points at you with both hands. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? I got an insane smile on my face. Maybe a little, trash in my bag. And an amphibian hat. What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Oh, they just found him on the street like I did and were like, hey, you know that weird guy who was asking you all the questions about the world? And didn't know what was going on? Do you want to help us give him an intervention? And Trant was like, oh yeah, okay, sure. Okay.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
What, you're gonna leave too?
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
Okay, you know, Jean-Vic Maire's fun. He makes a fun partner if he still was my partner.
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
That's true. That's true. Do I get to say all this stuff? It feels like I get to say all this stuff, but I'm not sure. How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
What? Gart? I understand. Okay, Gart told you. I mean, fair enough.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
Okay, that's pretty tight, actually. Harry has drank a lot, so... You aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde. Oh, Harry, please.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or
Yes.
did you literally not recognize my face?
No.
We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force? He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
Yes. Probably not. Hey, how mean do you think it would be to call the lovely lady a horse-faced woman to her face? Probably mean, right? Probably mean. I don't know if she deserves that. I actually don't think she deserves that. And I think that's mean. Right? Generally, people don't like to be referred to as having a horse face, I think. Treat others how you want to be treated. So, Trant Heedlestam turns out to be Special Consultant Trant Heedlestam.
Yes, I'm Tran Heilestam.
I don't...
never said I wasn't Tran Heilestam.
Wait. What's up with the kid, then? The one that you had?
Mikael? Mikael's my son.
Oh yeah? What was up with all that interesting history? Spying on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikael wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
This is so weird. I can't figure you out.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
So, what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
Okay. And actually, I think I've changed my mind. I think I am going to call her a horse-faced woman, just because I feel like all of these are supposed to acknowledge each of these people in turn. And even though this one's mean, I kind of want to acknowledge that she's here. I feel bad about it, though, just so we're all clear. You never told me you're not the horse-faced woman. Oh, to be fair, I'm not actually calling her a horse-faced woman. I'm saying you're not the horse-faced woman, obviously.
Lieutenant, my name is not Horse-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
2 months ago? We're still friends? I just have a stupid head, literally. 1 point in intellect.
Okay. Because you're my commanding officer, I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
I'm the guy. Duped again. No one who's... Sorry. Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey,
Yeah.
here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this? Tell me at least you're who you said you were. We're worried about Kim now.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisolagi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Okay, I trust you.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Okay. Kim is my rock. You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
He said Lieutenant too. Do you think Harry says Lieutenant? Because Harry's definitely French. His last name is literally the verb for, or like a conjugated, how do I explain this? Because I don't even know French, really. But his last name is drink, I think. Because the verb for drink in French is boire. So bois is like a conjugation of it, like je bois. No, je bois. It's an irregular verb. Fun fact. And I think I pointed this out at the very beginning of the game, too. And I think I just pointed it out because I was like, look, I know French, kind of. But I think it's supposed to be a reference to the fact that he drinks a lot, so they even were like, oh yeah, and his last name, Harry, he drinks. Harry the Drunk. So, that's cute, I think. I like that. So, refresh my memory, who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn major crimes unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Idlestown, and Guillaume Baby.
I don't think Trant appreciates you giving him a middle name, but okay, thank you. I don't know who Julam is?
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. This is serious. First, who's Julam Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
Oh. Oh, that was my fault, too. Everything's my fault, really.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, so what does the unit do?
Do? It's a major crimes unit.
Uh-huh.
We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We
Uh-huh.
are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
Because of me, everything's my fault.
They're your posse, or what remains of it. Hand-picked, hand-lost.
The 41st isn't.
He trails off, not wishing to finish the sentence. Didn't Kim say earlier that the 41st was actually looked at as a good precinct? Maybe his information's outdated. Apparently I ruined it all, so... Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal. I got shot.
God damn it, Harry.
No, you! Jean-Vic Maire, you!
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
I said that? Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Sounds like it was like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
My first response is actually a real response I can give. I said all those things. I'm not like that anymore.
Yes, you're sorry.
I
You're
am.
the sorriest cop who ever lived.
I am.
Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over.
But I am the sorry cop. None of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Well, that's just semantics.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
What? Wait, socioeconomically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
I mean, isn't it always capitalism? I like the way he said it.
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vredefort's cool here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
I have no clue. I think realistically it's because he had to have his brain wiped so that I, as the player, could enjoy the game more and learn about it through him. But that doesn't seem to be a response here, does it? So, yikes. Hey, Parafox, welcome. Happened to you once, fun weekend? I'm glad it was a fun weekend for you. For Harry, it's his life, really. How are you, by the way? Part of me thinks it's the pale. So... Or should I just be, like, brutally honest? Should I just go for pity? Just be like, I am so sad. I do always love the angst. Yeah, my answer, if I could just, like, write it in, would be, literally, the opposite of plot armor. That's what I think happened. You started playing this recently? Haven't finished, but it's crazy. Oh. Have you been enjoying it? Do you think it's crazy in a good way? I think it's definitely crazy in a good way. I have very much enjoyed this game. It's one of my very favorites, and I'm definitely going to be returning to it. So... happy to hear you started it. Hi, welcome in! How are you? Welcome in. You loved it! Except you want to dropkick a child. Is it Kuno? Kuno makes people feel that way. I totally understand. Yeah, it's Kuno? Yeah. I understand. I also wanted to dropkick Kuno. I got over it, and I think he's just kind of funny and sad, honestly. Those kids, they make me laugh, and they also just make me so sad. So, you'll get there eventually. It's not Kuno hate, that's the enjoyment of Kuno, by the way. That's how you're meant to, like, appreciate him, I think. I'm gonna say the sad one. 'Cause it's true! Kind of. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what?
Okay, Jean-Vic Mayer, it's not about you. Jean-Vic Mayer is like, I'm broken too.
I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
Well, I don't know.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The mural?
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
I'm not a fan of this psychoanalysis, really.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
He nods confidently. He's so confident about whatever he just said. Okay, sure, I can buy that, I guess. Does everyone else buy that?
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
Okay, the fact that he's considering that, the fact that I could still work in the major crimes unit is huge. I thought they would be completely done with me after they saw the car.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work.
I am!
If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Yeah! I'm ready to lead again!
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
Okay.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
I can. I'm hardcore. And I have a better fashion sense now than I used to. What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Actually, what? Huh? In the ocean?
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit.
Weird. That's so weird. Yeah, I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
45,000 real. Oh no. That's taxpayer dollars. Am I fired? Saish, welcome in. How are you? Mr. Everard is helping you find your gun. I see. How helpful of Mr. Everard. How helpful. What a trustworthy guy. So have you been enjoying the game then, Saish? Also, we have a group hydration. That means everyone must hydrate, not just me. And thank you for the posture check.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
No, I don't want to. My badge?
The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
I know what it is, I just don't want to show it because you're going to take it away. I don't want you to take it away. I don't want to lie. Lying is worse. Saying I lost it is worse. They would believe me, though. They would. It's very believable that I lost my badge because I did. Well, what I do have is this futuristic armor.
We're not armor cops. We're cops.
Oh, no.
People don't know us by our armor. They know us by our badges. You called in and said you lost yours. Have you found it?
Oh yeah, I did tell you about that. Oh. I got my badge right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Oh no, catch it! Catch it! Yes! I did it!
Not today, badge.
Not today! Behold! My badge!
And your gun?
I don't like that he's making me turn in my badge and my gun. Wait, how did you know I lost my gun? I never reported that one.
You lost your fucking gun?
I
knew it. I knew he lost it. Didn't I tell you? I told you he lost his gun too.
No! No. You misunderstand. No! This is a misunderstanding. This is a whole misunderstanding. I mean,
This isn't cause for celebration. It's bad.
I would say it's very bad, yes. You lost your service weapon while drunk, and then you couldn't find it because you were still drunk? You're drunk right now, aren't you?
I quit drinking forever. It's only me in this boring hellhole now. Literally, I quit.
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
That's just my natural manly musk. What do you mean? Stop being rude.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Oh, that's true too, actually. Yeah, to be fair, Harry's half dead. He didn't really wash himself the best after having his old fist in a corpse's mouth, but, I love all these responses. But we'll go with the first one I had, because I like that it is an option that exists, you know? Wait, it may be because of the pheromone. Oh, that's the cryptid thing that I rubbed all over myself. Oh. Yeah, that's just a small part of the whole week, honestly. I'm actually not gonna go with that. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry, I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Clausier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
I just felt bad for her, okay? I was pitying her, and it was a mistake, okay?
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Him? Should I try and defend myself here? Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave us a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something.
Okay, that one I don't regret.
Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Okay, but it was only 7. Can we look at it that way? Only 7? Listen, I'm not thrilled about it. But where were you? At least I was there.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
Kim's defending me.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
See, that's how we should be looking at it. Only 7 lives lost. Only 7. And 3 of them were the bad guys. I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't solve the case then?
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
At least he respects Kim.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Oh, this feels important. What does Kim think of me?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
That's me.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
I haven't! That's so true! I've drank like 2 alcohols! And I've smoked no cigarettes! Come on, give me a pat on the back. Come on, come on. Be proud of me. Come on. I quit drinking. Come on. I literally took a debuff to alcohol because I wanted to quit drinking and be a boring cop.
See?
See?
1 week.
That's a lot for an alcoholic. Come on. It's something to be impressed by.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
Eat the rich. It's what I've been saying.
Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of them. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact.
Oh my god, I'm blushing.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. And he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Kim makes me sound great. Kim was right. It is better if he does this. Why didn't he start talking from the start? Why'd he let me go on?
A new species?
Yeah! A phasmid. If Kim has 1 million fans, then I'm one of them. If Kim has 10 fans, then I'm one of them. Literally. The copy pasta applies.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
It was pretty sick. It talked to me.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
None of these are good things to say. I'm gonna let Kim keep talking, and I'm gonna not do the talking. I'm gonna say nothing.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Yes, actually.
Detective?
Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation. How was that? Was that good? Did I do it?
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Always has been. This is why I pursued the cryptid quest line, because I knew the whole time that it was relevant, and Kim owes me an apology for not trusting me on that one.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
See? His tired eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away. The lieutenant, if you will. That can't be how you actually say it in the French way, right?
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
Oh, Jean-Luc Mayer's sad? He did say he was a broken man, didn't he? The June version of the copy pasta is good too. What else did I do? Can I say all of this? I would love to say all of this because I've done a lot of stuff. Oh, this one's fun. The previous head of the Debardeurs Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer
Dang
out
it!
in the open.
I never say the right
Martinet,
things.
Where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
Ugh. Why don't you guys ever stop me before I say the words? I don't know what I was supposed to say then.
Understood, of course.
Of course. Ugh.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
Okay, Trant, no one asked. I think I can say all of this. I also started a nightclub in the church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah. And I discovered a hitherto unexplored anthroponetical phenomenon in there too. A 2mm hole in the world.
That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the Pale.
Okay, you're not as excited about this as I thought you would be.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
I'm fixing things. I'm reinvigorating the community and stuff and helping the local youth and stuff and stuff. Your drive continues onwards to the next destination. Drive safe. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for being here.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
I don't know, it was pretty impressive when I was doing it anyway. Also, the Phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Also, it talked to me, and its voice was feminine.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I still think it was female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
Hey, yeah, you back down. I'm always right. I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis. A word I know.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Just a hunch, and not because I talked to it, because I'm not crazy.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The Bauer would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation. Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
I agree.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the Phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Well, then it's still fine. Kim's right. We can prosecute without this evidence. Its nervous system may be stored in its strong limbs. Long limbs.
Like cephalopods? Phasmids, I think, only have nerves in their heads and abdomens, though. There is a correlation between invertebrate size and intelligence. Was it?
No, I wouldn't say it was...
It was a sensing entity. There was something there.
At that size, this creature would have a lot of surface area to put neurons into. It's basic geometry.
I talked to it. You can trust me. It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
Could be fun, though. And maybe the money we make from this discovery and the press we do could make up for the crashed car. You know, the 45,000 real.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it...
Well, of course the photo was my top priority.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
I'm holding an intelligent conversation. This is good.
Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Why? Should I? No? I don't know. The killer, Leonovich Dross. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Okay.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Okay, that's kind of what they do in... Is it Norway? Or Iceland? Or one of those. They do... They do those types of surnames.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
See, Jean-Vic Mare's no fun. That's why he can't be my partner anymore, and that's why Kim's my partner now.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
I was interested. I'm sorry that Jean-Vic Mare is always killing the mood. Don't listen to him, he's boring. He's not very disco, should we say. Lucidia, hi, how are you? How are things? It's really good to see you. Well, he killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
Well, yes, but...
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant.
He didn't even understand why he did it, honestly. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm also doing pretty good, actually. Thank you for asking. A bit tired, but definitely good, overall.
Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's pretty much open and shut. I solved the case, and Kim was here.
It's a clean win.
It's a clean win! Guys, I got this for us. I did this.
It's way more than that.
Hmm. Dora? Is his wife's name Dora? No one answered that. No one answered that. I never actually got to hear her name. I didn't actually succeed the check that would have told me her name. But that would make sense why he would confuse it with Dolores Day then. Similar name. Hmm. It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism, like the phasmid.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
That's yours, not mine. Obviously.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
Well, excuse me, I haven't sweated out yet, I guess.
It will pass in time.
And I also fixed the strike situation.
How? It seems to be ongoing. I see red banners on the gates.
Yeah, well, they just haven't gotten around to taking those down yet, so actually it's fine.
He didn't quite solve it. He cross-pollinated information between the company rep and Evrard, until the rep came to see that the Union desires war, at which point Mrs. Messier decided to...
What? Hand clear the terminal?
Well, I actually don't know what she did. I think I was just there for most of it. I just told some people some things. No big deal. Things are calmer now.
Sounds like you got played, Harry. Because you were off your tits on Al Ghul.
Hey, how do you know about that?
It doesn't matter how we know about Al Ghul. What matters is, you're Evrard Clare's peony now. Just as I said. He's a mob boss, did you know? Is that why you want us to investigate the assassination of the previous Union head thing? To get off Evrard's hook?
No, it's nothing like that. He was reckless with information, but ethical. We don't owe anyone anything. This allowed us to stabilize things in Martinez.
I'm so glad Kim's here. Not only is he my rock, but just by standing near him, I think I appear more sane.
God, calm down, Jean.
Well, there was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found. I solved a missing persons case while I was out.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41. our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Thank you. Thank you. That's all I really asked for. Some appreciation, some acknowledgement. Thank you for the group hydration, Cookie. That means everyone must hydrate, not just me. If I have to do it, you have to do it. And it's a good idea anyway. Hydrate.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
It is. Dynamic, thank you for the posture check. How are you? Welcome in. Hello. I have a couple more things to get through. I think they should be so proud of me, and I think they are. This is a point for me. I am winning. It's always 3 steps forward and it's always 1 step forward and 3 steps back. That's how it goes or something, I don't know. It all gets mixed up, really. I'm glad to hear you're doing alright, Dynamic. I'm also doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Well, that's because you're not as good of a detective as me. It's... Ooh. Wait, this is surreal. I get to tell these people about something. I get to give them a reality lowdown. Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10. A commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
Yeah, well, I'm just such a super good cop that I did it anyway. Extra credit.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Right. I'm a good cop. A sorry cop, but a good cop. Yeah, Dynamic, you've been here for quite some time. I really appreciate it. It's always great seeing you stop in, check in on how you're doing and everything. 9 months is a long time. Thank you for sticking around. It really means a lot, honestly. See, this is the last one, and I just don't think... Okay, maybe it'll be good, actually. They're not gonna know who Kuno is, but maybe they'll think it's a good thing that I did. I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
That's about what I thought you'd say.
You don't want to know.
You really don't.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
I didn't, though! But I didn't. I think I still have them, actually. I think I still have the drugs that he split with me. I never did anything with them. Alright, what do you say? Wanna take me back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
I mean, come on. Come on, you can't get rid of me.
So I have to. Jude.
Yes!
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Let's go!
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Yeah, wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently,
I'll make it quick, I promise.
jingling his car keys in his pocket.
He's like, I need some entertainment. Jingle, jingle. No, but could you imagine? I'm nice to be around. That is such a lovely thing to say, Dynamic. I could say the same about you. Thank you. Okay, these are important. I wonder if I wouldn't have been able to ask these questions if not for Inland Empire and the amount of points I have in it. That's very interesting, and I barely succeeded that check. I got 11 points and I needed 10. Interesting. This seems important. It's true. See, Lucidia, I would say the same thing about you, too. You're very lovely, and I'm really glad we got the chance to meet each other. Eva, welcome in. Hi, how are you? How are things? I mean it, by the way, Lucidia, I mean it. Okay, let's start with the basic one. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What? Are you being sarcastic again? You always do this.
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore,
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
No, shush. What? What? No, but I can see it. I can see that being a possibility. That's so interesting. I thought he was joking with me, because he always does that. He was... This is so weird. That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
My bicep girth? What about my biceps? Do you like them? Are you impressed? I can flex for you if you want. The collection of fawn sportswear I've amassed. I'm wearing some of it right now, actually.
Your love of retro-style dance music? How you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick?
I did do that! I did perform a 360-degree spin kick.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
This is crazy.
God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
That's crazy. I love that, though. I think that's such a great backstory. Just a gym teacher turned really good, insane cop. Also, Rio, hi, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, the girthy biceps, that's how we described it. But yeah, to answer your question of if there are dice rolls in this game, Lucidia, there is such a thing as a character sheet. And these are voices in my head. You can think of them as individual characters that you kind of like take along with you, like a party system, but they're more voices in your head than anything. And you can set your stats at the beginning of the game. This is mine. Most of mine are in Psyche. None of mine are in Intellect, my base points. You can raise your skill caps over time, which is what I had to do for my Intellect row. But yeah, there are a bunch of different categories. Some of my favorites are drama. This one detects lies. Empathy. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Inland Empire is all about hunches and gut feelings. I like Shivers a lot. Shivers basically gives you information about the city and the world around you. And down here, I think reaction speed is kind of underrated. It gives you very quick things to react to, like catching things, sensing things, not tripping, etc., whatever. So you can put your stats into, or your skill points into a bunch of these things. I haven't used a lot of my skill points now that I'm looking at this. And basically throughout the game, as you're going through the story, there will be checks, invisible and visible. So every so often, the one that I specifically was talking about, and this hand-eye coordination one right here, actually, they'll roll invisible checks. And if you succeed them, then you get certain responses. So there's checks going on all the time based off of your skills. And since my intellect ones are so low, I don't get to see them as often. But since my psyche skills are so high, I'm constantly hearing from these guys over someone like Logic. And when you come across certain responses in the game, some of them can be based off of your skills. And you have to have a high enough skill to be able to succeed them. Like, they'll give you a chance at succeeding between 3% and 97% of a likelihood of how much you succeed. So you can still succeed at 3%, but you might have to put in more, like, skill points to a certain skill later if you fail the check. White checks you can try again, red checks you can't, for whatever reason. Either they're time sensitive or otherwise. I love this game. Thank you for asking, because I just like talking about it. So, yeah, any excuse to just kind of talk about the game, I'll take. I hope that explained it. It's super cool. It's so cool. What that means also is that when you play this game, you can go through and shape your detective, the guy that you play in, or the guy that you play as, you can shape him into whatever type of personality you want him to be. My guy turned out to be pretty empathetic and emotional, a little insane, and not very smart. He's a very dumb brick of a man, and I love him for it. But you could go back and make him a very smart character, or you can make him very cruel and mean or violent, or you can make him super intuitive, or there's a lot of replay value. And the way that these characters on this sheet interact with each other, it really varies depending on your skill level. Like, for example, empathy can interact with Half-Light, for example, if you have them both high enough at certain points in the game. So there's literally, like, so much replayability and so much to explore that can make each playthrough super unique. I love this game! Also, hi Goldie! Welcome in! I'm just, talking about my favorite game. I hope you're well. You're once again pondering the conundrum of why short-sleeve zip-up hoodies are not common in the US. Do you prefer those? What word got caught? Oh, by Automod, zip-up. I'm actually not sure why, but you're fine. You may just have to get it. I would very highly recommend. It's a lot of reading, I will say. There's a lot of text, but it's not like this all the time. Typically, you're walking around exploring, clicking on things, finding things around the world, and the way that the world forms around you is really magnificent. And the voice acting makes it seem like you're not reading as much as you are. This game didn't used to be voice acted, apparently. But the voice acting is impeccable. Like, I just want these people to talk to me all the time. It's really cool. I'd recommend it to literally everyone, except it's hard to recommend to everyone. There are also some really, like, heavy themes throughout the game. Things like murder, of course, alcoholism, drugs, child abuse, neglect, stuff like that. And there are some very, very tough moments to get through, so that's another thing I would be wary of. Reclusive, hi, welcome in! I'm doing really well. Thank you for lurking. I really do appreciate the support. If you guys are lurking right now, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate lurkers. I totally understand if you're busy. Thank you for stopping in. And I thank you for the lurk. Perfect timing. I know you've been here for a while, but... glad you're still here. They're so stylish, you want more of them? I can't say I agree, but I do want more of them just for you, I guess. I don't think they're my thing, but I don't want them to not exist, so I guess by process of elimination, I want them to exist? Yeah. Yeah, show the lurkers some love. I always try to. At the same time, I totally understand if, like, people don't want to be called out or anything. So I would never do that, of course. Love lurkers, right? We've all been lurkers before. We've all, like, stopped into a stream and not said anything and just been like, I just like this person, and I want to support them because I like them a lot. At least I do that all the time, so I understand on the other side of things. I'm not the only one, I know that. I'm in the middle of a whole gym teacher conversation. Lurkers are part of the backbone of the stream, just as much as chatters are. Exactly! Chatting here is really fun. I'm glad. I'm glad. I enjoy chatting with you guys. I also don't mind if no one ever talks. That's fine too. I don't want to put any pressure on anyone. You enjoy the stream how you want to enjoy the stream. Back to the abyss I go. I love that. Just slide on back in there, I guess. Put yourself away neatly into the abyss. Incredible. Be safe and everything. It's dark. I love how as soon as he's like, you used to be a gym teacher, everyone's like, it makes so much sense! When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
I still have girthy biceps, though. That's what Kim said. How old is Harry? I guess they never told me. But that must have been at least like 20 years ago. You said in Quran? I was a gym teacher there?
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue, the worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
Oh!
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
He finds this amusing! He loves this! Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Oh, okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
This is so funny. Kim's like, God, it all is coming together. He runs weird. Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Okay.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora?
Yeah, Dora England, I think.
And I always knew?
Not Dora Dubois.
So, we weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
Oh, Jean-Vic Maire never knew Harry when he was whole. Interesting.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
No, I meant, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
I wanted to be like a Welkin once upon a time.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin.
Heartbreak Welkin.
Pain Welkin.
Pain Welkin. You guys all have such good takes.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
No, actually the sun is coming up. It's like midnight.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Okay. Alright. Now he's giving me advice. Okay, am I a dirty cop?
No.
No, because a suspect seemed to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Okay, well, to be fair, one of my very first actions in this game was putting a gun in my mouth and threatening to pull the trigger, so, you're not wrong, actually. But I don't have to like it.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
I told you it's not that bad.
Okay, I should have trusted you, Volition. Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
Is that because of me?
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torson and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean.
Oh!
They're not fit to run a wing.
Ooh.
Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
Those guys? The hecklers? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I gotta agree with you there. They are not fit to run anything.
They are damn iconic though, Torson and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
Yeah, but at least we're garbage together. And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
Okay, but why didn't you say the letters in French? Why'd you have to say it like A, B, C, D? I thought you were a French guy.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser, although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
Sure. And Price is?
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
Did we really shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Yikes!
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
I love that Trant. Trant is like, I wasn't there. Just so we're all clear. I wasn't part of that one. So what happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
You're just making that up. You just don't want to tell me things because you don't like me or trust me.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast.
I mean, that's fair enough. I have a little shack here if you wanted to go inside. We don't have to talk out here. In a little circle of friends, I guess. So, I work in the Bloody Murder Station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
Oh, he's so sweet and good. Thank you for the lurk, Lucidia. Thank you for being here. The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP. See, that's what I've been thinking this whole time since I met the Phasmid.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock. She told me about this Phasmid.
Well, good luck finding her once we get back.
Thank you. Thank you for wishing me luck.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. I'm sure we'll find them. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Yeah, all I ever do is deliver the news of people's deaths to their loved ones. It wears on you after a while, you know?
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out, or she'll faint.
I'll catch her. Well, to be fair, she's already sitting. So... I guess she'll be fine, actually. So, I guess the most important question. Lieutenant Kitsuragi, what will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He takes a look around into the deepening shadows of the streets, then pulls up his collar.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
This is huge. Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Please? We'd be so lucky to have you.
Would fit in. And crazy enough. Can take the stress. He
Please?
doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
The lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden. Oh, I adore him. I hope he comes to work at the 41st. I love him and I don't want him to leave. Hey, Aya, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for being here. It's really good to see you. I hope you're well.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
I recruited him. I got the achievement for it. That's how I know. He's ours. He's never leaving me. Okay. That was the most important thing. I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Well, we gotta go get the guy first. The one that we're arresting, that we left on the island, he's kind of rocking back and forth. He lost his mind a little. A lot.
Under the night sky, the great district sleeps. A black chessboard of old wooden houses. 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, atop the motorway, to Boogie Street, forking into the darkened horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
Sorry, why is there a man without eyelids? What? Out of everything Shippers just told me. What? I mean, okay. Thank you for that. I adore Shivers. One of my favorites off the character sheet.
Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
Of course.
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
What's this list for? It seems important. I'm on it, at least. Did they say the P in Ptolemy? Yes, they've been saying it the whole time. I think that's just how they say it. You know how sometimes you meet people and they have a name and they pronounce it the wrong way? I can't think of an example, but you just have to be like, okay, it's your name. You can pronounce it however you want, but you're doing it wrong, and you just have to be okay with that. It's their name. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, Aya, by the way. Enjoy your lurk. Egypt will curse them for all of time. See, I think it's a choice, like not tying your shoes or something. It's a choice.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Have I just been zoning out for a while? As I've been envisioning back at the station? Oh, he really is limping. Oh, Harry. Kim's gonna make us so proud, guys. Add that to my list of successes. I recruited Kim. Am I okay? I'm not moving. Are we facing off? Buddy, you want to hold hands? Thank you. Sean Vickmere helped me in the car. Oh, the car is so high. Aw. And I get the middle seat. Whoa. What? I had one more conversation to go. And I think that was the deciding conversation, by the way. That was what everything in the game was leading up to. You can tell because I went over literally everything I did in the game and was like, guys, I did this and I did this and I did that. Hey, Yahiko, I did beat the game. You joined at an interesting time. But I think that's the judgment stage, where it's like, how did you behave throughout the game? And how do these people view you because of it? What type of person were you? What type of person did you shape Harry into? And how does Kim perceive you? Which are all very important things. And I think I was good. I think I was a good cop. Thank you for the bits, Linkster. It's fun to see that emote giant. I will sit through the credits. I always do. I don't know what I'm gonna do now, though. I know at the beginning of stream I said I wasn't sure how long that would take. But part of me expected it to not end right at the car. Right at everyone getting in the car. But I feel like that's a very fitting ending, honestly. Because otherwise, where else? You know? This is cool, the voice acting section, because you can see how many people voiced so many different roles. Everyone did a great job. It's so surreal to me. Okay, so they had original voice actors, and then a lot of them, I think, changed during the final cut. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A very calm ending for such a chaotic game. I agree. That was kind of nice. That was really nice. I think it's because I was doing my best to be a good person. I'm really glad that they accepted me back. I really thought they'd just fire me, no matter what, and I would have been okay with it, honestly. I would have just been like, oh, well, yeah, that tracks. That's such an interesting ending because it ends at such an incomplete point in Harry's story and the story of Revachol as a whole. And I think that's just because I never truly expected it to end. Like, the ending happening kind of hit me out of nowhere. I knew it was coming and still I'm like, what? What do you mean? Because it felt like such a complete world the entire time. Kiva, thank you for the bits! Thank you so much! That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for streaming such a fun game. You only understood what was happening in like 2 streams total. I see. Yeah, it could be confusing at times for sure. There were points when characters were going deep into theory, like our murderer. He went deep into theory at the end there during last stream. That was wild. Everything he said went over my head for sure. And there were some points like that where it got a little confusing and a little deep. But yeah, my point being, this world felt so complete that to see it end is so weird. To hit a credit scene, it just feels so strange. Like, there's still so much I wanted to go do. I wanted to go talk to Lena again. I wanted to go, like, I wanted to go thank the net picker for lending me her bow. I wanted to go talk to Titus Hardy again, and I wanted to investigate Everart more, and I wanted to go bring our convicted criminal over. Like, there's so much, and I wanted to hang out with Kim more. This is why it's kind of devastating, or this is one of the many reasons that it's so devastating, that this game will never get a sequel, ever. I don't think there will ever be anything even similar to this again. I mean, that's not exactly true. There are some games that are similar to this that I think I'm going to probably try in the future. There will be no Disco Elysium 2, unfortunately. As I said, it's very unfortunate, but you can all research the drama and the controversy surrounding this game. It gets pretty in-depth, but I don't really want to get into it. I really enjoyed this game. This has probably become one of my very favorite games ever. Ever. I can't think of many things in media in general that have affected me in this way, that have stuck with me, that will continue to stick with me, that I'll continue to think about and turn over so much of what I witnessed in my head even after the fact. And I think it's so impressive that a game like this, a narrative story like this with a through line that hits the same points every time, can have so much replayability, so much variability, that can be a forever game. I think that's very impressive, and I'm very grateful for that, because I don't want this to end. I want to be able to revisit this and still have things and reasons to come back. And if my experience was going to be like how it was this time around, this time I was playing it on stream, I don't think I would ever play it again, because I would want to preserve this experience for myself and this first time with the story. But since you can adjust things and you can reshape the world around you, it makes it very, very worth it to play more. Like, there's so much I didn't see. There's so much I didn't see, which is bizarre because I clicked on everything, and I've been playing for 80 hours now. Took me almost 81 hours to beat this game. So you'd think I would have seen everything, or almost everything the game has to offer, but really? No. And I think that's amazing. I think that's actually really great. I'm really glad I played this game. It's so different than anything I usually play on stream. And there were some very bizarre moments and everything, but I really enjoyed streaming this game. And here I am back at the main menu. Took me 80 hours? Yeah, Yahiko, it took me 80 hours! Ah. Okay, but you have to imagine. If you haven't played this game, by the way, 80 hours, I believe, is honestly a very long time for a first playthrough, or one playthrough of this game. I think most people tend to beat this game in 15 to 35 hours. But I clicked on absolutely everything I could. I went through as many dialogue options as I could. I lost some important checks in there that resulted in me having to handle situations differently and solve things in ways that took longer than if I had succeeded the white check. And also I was streaming, so there were times that I paused for a while and just talked. I would very much recommend this game to anyone who is thinking of playing it. It's hard to recommend this game for various reasons, the controversy, and mostly the fact that I don't think it's a game for everyone. It's hard because it's like my favorite game, so I want to be able to tell people that they can play it or they should play it, but it's not a game you can recommend to everyone. So, if you're considering it, if any part of these streams that you managed to catch looked interesting to you and this looked like a game you would like, I would highly, highly recommend. It's amazing. Even if you have seen a large portion of these streams and you think you've been like spoiled too much, or you think experiencing it for yourself wouldn't be worth it, I disagree. I think it would. I think even if I played it almost identically to how I played this time around, I think it would go completely differently. So, this was really great. "24 hours is apparently the average, and 47 for 100%. Yeah, I looked at time to beat before I started streaming this game, and I just shouldn't have bothered, honestly. I was way off. But honestly, if people take, like, under 20 hours to complete this game on a first playthrough, I don't know what they're doing. That's so odd to me. That's a lot of streams, and everyone was 10 out of 10. You think so? I think I enjoyed every Disco Elysium stream. Actually, when I first started streaming this game, yeah, when I first started streaming this game, I wasn't sure if I'd like it. After the second stream, I evaluated, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep streaming this game. because I wasn't sure if people liked watching it, and I wasn't sure if I even liked it at that point. And it's so surreal to remember how I felt at the beginning of the game versus how I feel now, because the world, it really filled in around me in a tangible way, in a physical way. So it feels so full now, but when I started playing, it felt so overwhelming, and it felt like so much was going over my head, and it felt confusing, and like I said, this isn't the type of game I normally stream, and I think I had met Kuno at that point, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. It was very surreal. I'm glad I stuck with it, of course. Some games just have you sit there pondering what to do after they're over. This is one of them. You'd watch if I ever did, though. Like, if I ever played again? I don't think I'd say I'll never stream this game again. But I think if I were to do anything else with this game, it wouldn't be as a stream in the future. Just because I don't tend to go back to games that I've already streamed before. I don't tend to 100% them or replay them, really. Not very often. The only game I've done that with is Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, actually. I was considering doing it with Spiritfarer, but I haven't found the time for that yet. But yeah, if I do, it'll be a long way down the line. So I'm not saying never, I'm just saying it's unlikely. It's great that I stuck through it. I agree. 10 out of 10, even though you were here for the last part. See, the last part was the real payoff, really. You just got the payoff. Now you're ready to go back in there, be the Alpha Giga Chad fascist cop. Yeah, I don't know about that, Mystic. Welcome in, by the way. But, after that ending, here's the thing. As I was playing the game, I was like, well, of course, next time I play, I'm gonna play as the bad cop, of course. This time I played as the good cop, because that's what everyone does on their first playthrough. Except, I don't think everyone is as sorry as me on their first playthrough, and I don't think everyone is constantly claiming they are the law during their first playthrough. But I don't know if I can go through again and be horrible after playing for a first time. I think it actually makes it harder to know what goes on around you. So I think my next playthrough will probably be pretty neutral again, unfortunately. Let's play Spiritfarer so you can watch me play and actually appreciate it. Spiritfarer was one of the first games I ever streamed. Ever. Stardew Valley was the first game, and then Spiritfarer right after. Stardew Valley because, of course, I'm comfortable with that game. Spiritfarer because, again, I'm comfortable with that game. And I love that game. It's one of my favorite games. But, my VODs channel, it needs to be organized, but I will say it's interesting that you ask about Spiritfarer because I'm going to start re-uploading my Spiritfarer VODs to my VOD channel properly. So, that'll be happening. I'm gonna be re-uploading probably a lot of my old VODs to the VOD channel because the way I've organized it currently is a bit of a mess, so hopefully that's okay. Yeah, you can watch that instead with old mic setting June. It was bad. It was really bad. I think a lot of the times I'm not audible, which is kind of why I want to stream that game again, because I think I've improved with streaming, and I've improved with voices. I barely did voices in my original Spiritfarer VODs. I was definitely trying, I was just kind of shy, okay? And, yeah, my mic settings were a mess. I didn't know what a gain was. It's hard to be completely evil in the game. You've started several playthroughs where that was the intent, and you've never followed through? Yeah! Yeah. I can see why. I think for my second one, I think I'd go more crazy. This time, I really tried to make him normal, and I tried to sober him up, and I tried to just make him good. I think next time I'd go way more crazy. Although I will say, I never got the boring cop achievement. I got a talk about it. I got a warning that I was being a bit of a boring cop, but I never actually got the achievement for being a boring cop. So, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think. I wasn't ever boring, necessarily. You're sad that you weren't around for Bad Mike June? Really? I wouldn't be. I was boring a boring number of times. Exactly. That's how meta it was. I think I was balanced, really. I think I was balanced. Oh. Ugh, no. I don't want this, actually. I don't want the collage mode, actually. I thought it would show me, like, concept art. Never mind. I know what the collage mode is, and I don't want that. No one wants that. Huh. Yeah, it is like a photo mode for those who don't know. Basically, you can pose characters however you want in scenes, wherever you want. It's a thing. So... I guess I'm considering what to do. At this very point in time. Be watching all the VODs eventually. May take a while. It may. You think sleep? Goldie's vote is sleep. I love that. I'm trying... Okay, here's what I'm debating. I'll be honest. I'm debating whether I should continue streaming with a different game now that we've finished this one. Apparently people are saying I should sleep at 1 p.m, which, fair enough. Naps are great. Or, yeah, if I'm leaning towards just, like, stopping the stream. Because I don't know how I go on after this, really. I don't want nappies time. What do you mean? What makes you think I need nappies time? What? Usually if a stream or if a game ends at like the 2-hour mark or something, I will continue with a different game, typically Stardew, because that one's easy to pace out. But, because it's Disco Elysium, and because I love this game so much and I kind of want to just resonate, I think I'm leaning more towards ending stream. What do you guys think? It'll be a bit of a shorter stream. You guys are encouraging me to stop streaming. I love that. Yeah, I wouldn't usually do this, but like I said, it's disco. So... I think it would probably be best to leave it here. Now we go out into the world and we menace. I do actually have a good person to raid, by the way, and I'm actually really excited to raid them. They were here earlier! But, we have a super fun stream to look forward to on Sunday, actually, because Art Club! We're gonna be going over submissions. So, if you are planning on participating in Art Club, you have 2 days to finish up whatever you're working on, or do a last-minute submission, I suppose. But new prompt will be coming out on the 1st of the month, if that's something you've heard about and been interested in, which you should be. It's super fun. It's a casual activity that anyone can participate in the server, or when you join the server, you can participate in it. And it's basically just a monthly prompt thing where you submit something artsy based on the prompt. It's super fun. It's super great. I promise. Yeah, look forward to that. I look forward to it every month. I think I'm gonna get the raid set up as I say my goodbyes. I do have raid messages. Please, please use them, please. We're raiding someone very special. Someone I have supported for a very long time. Please say hi to them. Even if you just use the raid message and then dip out, it's very appreciated on both ends. That being said, thank you for joining me today. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, however you choose to spend it. Thank you for spending some of it with me. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, however you choose to spend it. I'm going to be pondering for the rest of the day. And yeah, after Art Club, we're going to be moving into October, so look forward to spooky games, creepy games, scary games, the like, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, Linkster. Bye, Barbecue. Bye, Beholder. Bye, Goldie. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna send you all off now.